And we are live. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Talika.
Hi, everybody. We are doing a hangout with the amazing Tamara Yonker and Christine McCarthy from Access Consciousness Publishing. I'm Tulika Singh, and I'm a certified facilitator. Hi, everybody. We are doing a hangout with the amazing Tamara Yonker and Christine McCarthy from Access Consciousness Publishing. I'm Tanika Singh, and I'm a certified facilitator. Hi, everybody. We are doing a hangout with the amazing Tamara Yonker and Christine McCarthy from Access Consciousness Publishing. I'm Tanika Singh, and I'm a certified facilitator. Hi, everybody. We are doing a hangout.
That's fun.
I know. Christine, could you put in plugs? I think it's moving. Can you see
You
that?
think it's? Oh, you want me to put a headset in?
No, I mean plugs. No.
That's fun.
I know. Yes, plugs.
You
That?
think it's? You want me to?
I'm gonna mute myself and you guys begin.
Is that better?
Well, all the echoing stopped, but I think that's because she muted herself. You want to try coming back on? Talika?
And not echo. Take. Oh, we're good.
Yeah. Take two.
Okay, cool. Take two. You must have heard this a few times now. My name is Tulika, and I'm an Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator based out of India. And this is a call that we're doing with Tamara Yonker and Christine McCarthy from Access Consciousness Publishing. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and then we'll talk a little bit about why we're doing this. Christine? Tamara?
You were breaking up just a little bit, so we might want to talk slowly just to make sure that it's broadcasting well. So I didn't really catch what you were saying.
Just introduce yourselves. I'm going to talk as little as possible.
Okay, great. Christine, you want to start?
Yes. Hi. I am Christine McCarthy, and Tamara and I are running ACP together, and we're here to talk about how to order books from ACP while you're in India. So
Yeah, just there might be people out there who still don't know that you can, as a facilitator, order books in bulk, books that ACP, Access Consciousness Publishing, publishes. And it's a contribution to your business. It can be, if that's something that you'd like to add as a revenue stream, is to be able to purchase books in bulk. And the way to receive the discount is to purchase a minimum of 10 books per title. So 10 Being You books by Dane, or 10 Joy of Business books by Simone, or Divorceless Relationships. And we do require we have a printer in India. So all of our orders go through the printer in India, and he's located in New Delhi, I believe. And I know that I have never been to India. I know it's a very big place. So our printer there takes each order that we do is a print-on-demand order. So when you, as a facilitator, know what you'd like to order, then you contact us and let us know, I'd like to order 10 Being You, or, 10 Joy of Business, or Divorceless Relationships. It must be a minimum of 20 books. So if you want to order 10 of one thing and 10 of another, equaling 20, that's great. It's got to be a minimum of 10 books and the minimum of 10 per title. So the email address that you want to contact is sales@accessconsciousnesspublishing.com. And one of our fabulous sales team will respond to your email and let you know how long it's going to take to receive your order. And generally, we'd like to say about 10 business days. So this is not something you want to wait until the last minute. If you have a class coming up and you'd like to be offering books at your class, you'll want to think a little bit ahead. So you contact sales@accessconsciousnesspublishing.com. We require your physical address, the shipping address, and a phone number in order to process your request. We will contact our printer in India who will give us a quote for shipping, and the shipping I have found has been fairly reasonable. Depending on the location where you are, it's either going to be by a local courier or it'll be shipped on the train. And I can't give you an exact of like how much that's going to be. It's based on the weight of the shipment and the destination. So depending on how far the books have to travel to reach you. So once we have your order placed, we contact our printer in India and he gives us a quote, and then we let you know what the quote is for the books. And you can change that if you want to add more books or trap more books. We can change it however you like. Just know that every time you change it, we'll have to get a new quote because the shipping will change, again, based on the weight. If you add more books, it's likely to increase, or if you take away books, it will potentially decrease. And then once that's all straightened away, and you have decided that the quote works for you and you know what you want to order, the 50% off discount is for a minimum of 10 books, as I said, per title and 20 books per order. Then you will receive an invoice from Access Consciousness Publishing, and once the invoice is paid, primarily people pay with PayPal. That seems to be a pretty common way that people prefer to pay these days. We do have alternatives if you're not a PayPal user, but most people these days are. And once the payment is made, then we let the printer know that he can go ahead and print your books, and that usually takes a few days, 3 to 5 days at the most, and then they'll ship it off to you, and you usually receive it in about 3 days. So again, from start to finish, about 10 days to receive, 10 business days to receive your order. So that's kind of the basics. I know you might have some questions, Tulika, for us, but that's sort of the simplistic basic ordering process.
I'm really hoping I don't echo. Is that okay? Do you guys hear me
Sound
fine?
good?
Okay. So that's awesome. You put pretty much the entire hangout in the last 2 minutes. I love it.
That's succinct.
You are awesome. I'm just like, okay, so can we do this now? All right. So just a couple of things. So what happens is a whole lot of people in India don't use PayPal actually,
Oh, that's good
or
to know.
even credit cards for that matter. So what are the possibilities of paying for this? Is there a direct bank transfer that they can create? Or oh, she can't hear me. Should I be louder?
Yeah, no, I can hear you.
So yeah, and also, is there a credit card payment? So is
Yes.
PayPal actually a link, and then you can pay through credit card? Okay, great.
Yeah,
And is there also
that
direct bank transfer?
absolutely. And if people do not have credit cards, as you mentioned, then we can certainly set up a wire transfer to do that. And and the one thing I did not mention is that all of the payments are in US dollars. So we charge for all of our books in US dollars. So it's just something that people should know. So yeah, we can accommodate pretty much anything. Just let us know what your specific needs are, and we can work with that.
Okay.
We want to make it
And
easy for you.
so when people is there like a ready reckoner or a place that they can go and see what the titles are with all of the prices and then the discounted or the bulk prices of those books?
There actually
Is
isn't at
one
the
place.
moment.
Can we create that
A
or do we
place
have it?
There actually isn't a place where they could go to, like, say, a website, but the Access Consciousness website has the Access Consciousness shop. So if somebody just wanted to browse and see what was available, you could certainly go onto the accessconsciousness.com shop website and peruse everything that's there. Some of the titles are not published by ACP, in which case they would not be available to purchase in bulk from us. You could still purchase them on the Access Consciousness website, but in order to get the bulk pricing, those orders do have to go through ACP. And if you just keep in mind that it's 50% off the retail price. So Being You, for example, is $25 US dollars retail, so it would be $12.50 per book at the facilitator 50% off pricing. So you can kind of use the accessconsciousness.com shop website to do your shopping, to do your browsing, and then place your order with ACP.
Sounds good, and you might just find a telecall that catches your eye.
Just might. Because there is a lot of goodies on there.
Absolutely. And also you have a website that people can sort of go through and just, I think you have pretty much all the titles on there as well. So they can even accesspublishing.com. Publishing.com, right? Accessconsciousnesspublishing.com.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? So this is bulk pricing, but what if somebody wants to order just a couple of books just for them? How does that work?
Well, that's a great question. Typically we handle the bulk orders, and anything that people want to order that's less, that goes through the Access shop, which is handled by Mary Menger, and she does a fabulous job managing that. So they can order, I believe, directly on the accessconsciousness.com shop website for books that are, quantities that are less than 10.
So basically, this is mostly for facilitators, and so somebody who's not a BOSS facilitator or not a certified facilitator, can they still order bulk pricing, or do they have
Yes,
to be
yes, they can.
facilitators for that?
I
They
just
can. So somebody who's just done
generally,
bars or just
yeah,
wants to.
yeah, it's just generally facilitators that order. As I mentioned before, they're looking to augment their business or, offer. I know, having had a little stash of books that I would take with me when I was doing facilitating classes, and then, if you're referencing a book like Being You often during your class, or you're referencing, the 10 Keys to Freedom, or you're referencing divorceless relationships, it's nice to be able to just have the books available for people to purchase if you're talking about it. And I know so much information is available in the books after the classes. It's nice to be able to have that to refer to or read later once they go home.
Great. Audible to you, ain't I?
For me, we had a frozen screen there for a minute. I didn't. If you spoke, we didn't catch anything you said.
Mm-hmm.
Christine, you want to add something? That's what I said. Did you get that?
Oh, now I can hear you. Yeah. No, I mean, we pretty much covered it all. I can't think of anything else to add other than buy more books.
And we also publish books, so that's something that you handle, Christine. If people are interested in potentially having their book published through ACP.
Yeah, we definitely publish books, and anything that people want to have published, they just contact me directly. And my email is christine@accessconsciousnesspublishing.com. And we will take a look at your manuscript and what you want to have published and see about getting another great book out there.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be actually something they want to talk about or write about.
No, it doesn't. No, we look at everything. Yeah. It just typically people, email us stuff that does include the tools, so, which we love. So, yeah, but it doesn't have to be, not at all.
Everybody
So that's
has
an
their
actual
own kind of.
product.
Oh, I was just going to say, everyone seems to have their own unique way of how they apply the tools in their life, and so it's fun to read books by people. For example, Lisa Hendrickson wrote I Was Supposed to Be Happy, so how she applied the tools in her life and how that changed her life. Because when you read that, it resonates, right? How that person changed their life and the way that they use their tools. So I appreciate seeing the different unique ways that people have applied the tools in their life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't just assume it's already been done, because it's never been done by you before.
Right. True.
So calling all authors, go ahead.
Yes.
Right. Me too.
Calling all authors.
Well.
Yep. And I don't think we have anything published from anybody out of India, so that would be great.
Ah, yes.
Yes. Who wants to be the first Indian author in for ACP?
What would it take?
Yeah.
There is a fact, I will send you her stuff sheet. I didn't know it could directly be sent to you because even though I know fairly well the directory, I always thought it was to be routed through the product shop, the people who had the product, not you directly, and information.
It's both. Yeah, it'll be both.
It's both.
Yeah, but I mean, sending it to me, I can read it and kind of let you know ahead of time. So, and then, but we do have to submit it through the product team.
But it can always go via you as well, that I have that information.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yay.
So more about ordering books. How can we know that, what are the books that we should generally move a lot, so kind of know those titles. So those are some that we definitely should keep. You guys handle bookshops, so you have a sense of what sells and how cost goes.
Well, I think it's probably the top seller is the How to Become Money Workbook.
It has been. It is going to continue to be, and we're coming out actually by the end of the beginning of this year with the Advanced Money Workbook too. So, for all of you who haven't done the first Money Workbook, it'd be great to get it out there because there's going to be a follow-up book that's going to be just awesome to read. And the prereq to read the Advanced is to have read the first one. So, yeah, that's exciting.
It's a great class.
The telecall.
Yeah, it was. It was a 6-part telecall that's being translated into or being made into a book, to a workbook.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Brilliant.
So hopefully there will be another telecall, this coming year, and to incorporate it, or some sort of big. We're going to probably do some sort of big, not another telecall, sorry, but a promotion for it, so everyone will know that it's coming out.
Yes. And what else is coming out, Christine? Isn't there? Won't there be another new?
There will be, another new 7-day called The Blessed Possibilities is coming out. That should probably launch this year. I have to talk to Megan about that, but and then we'll have other authors are working on some stuff too. I'm not sure what their timeline is because we'll publish it, but it's not totally under our control. So, and then another book that sells really well is obviously Being You, Changing the World.
Yes.
That is a big seller for us. The Joy of Business is a great book that sells really well, and it's been translated into a lot of different languages.
And
Divorceless
the
Relationship sells well. What else, Tamara?
Salon de Femme, the Gentleman's Club, ever since those came out, those have been strong sellers. Living
Which are
Beyond
also,
Distraction, the 10 Keys.
they're all prereqs for being a facilitator as well. So, those are great books to have when you're teaching classes. If people want to continue on, they're going to have them anyway. So,
Yeah.
That's
That's
awesome. So cool. So those are titles that we can straight away go ahead probably order 10 of each.
Yep,
yes.
you got it.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna now talk about the business part of it. I want to know if suppose someone wants to start like a bookshop, whether access or outside access, they just want to sort of keep a set of books in one place. So facilitator pricing, they get in touch with you and they keep renewing the orders every month, or how does that work?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there are some people in in Japan. Japan loves Access books, and they actually order more than anybody else. So there's a few people who order regularly, and they sell them very quickly. So they have an inventory, and then they sell it, and they place another order, and they sell that inventory, and they place another order, and they sell that inventory. So I think if you kind of make yourself known as someone who has a regular inventory, then that begins to build. There's a momentum that begins to build, and so people will come to you when they want to buy more books. And that I don't, however you engage with your community, your access community, or whether it's at bar swaps, but if you can kind of put the word out that's something that you want to offer, then there are definitely people who order regularly, and they keep that inventory flowing by the talking up the books, right? Like what did you, if I loved the 10 Keys to Freedom, for example, then I'm going to share about what contribution that was to me. And that's something that people, hey, it's great, it's in the book, or living beyond distraction. Whatever it was that contributed to you when you share that, there's an enthusiasm that's a little bit infectious, right? People and uh, get that enthusiasm
Totally.
going, and other people find that they're interested.
Cool. So for all of us who've been asking for us to increase our revenue stream, this is a great way. I mean, there are people, and India especially has a whole lot of bunch of people who are interested in access. So how
Yeah,
could we be
and
an
even
innovation? And a lot of people. Sorry, go ahead.
oh, and even more than just looking at the revenue streams, because of course, who doesn't want to increase their revenue streams? But what contribution would it be to your business? Just looking at the energy of that. I know for me, the more that I make access tools available, whether it be through books or anything that I'm kind of channeling through my business, the telecalls that I listen to, the classes that I go to, how much does that all contribute to your business? So it's kind of looking at the broader picture as well, rather than just I'm going to sell some books. Which, hey, sell books too, if that's all you want to do. Nothing wrong with that. But just asking that larger question, what contribution will this be to my business?
Yeah, and I'd like to add to that too. I think that the books are a great way to spread access beyond the people that come to your class, because you go to somebody's house and they have this book laying around and you're like, wow, what's that? And it's just a great way for people to spend $25, $35 to get really an incredible amount of tools and information that you can't find anywhere else. So it's a great avenue to get access out beyond people that just come to class too, and they're great gifts.
Yeah, an easy entrance point, right?
Yeah.
Into the world of access. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can also encourage
In fact,
people
I
that when they
think
go, And then when people come to class too, they can bring their books and ask them to be signed too. So
Definitely gonna say that more often now. Bring your
yeah,
book
I
to
mean,
class. Get it
yeah,
signed.
get it signed because I mean it's very rare that you ever get to meet an author and have them sign a book. So that's a great way to encourage people as well.
In fact, I remember Ratan Deep saying he's the person that I learned foundation from, and a whole lot of others in India did too. And he got into Access because he read the Being You Changing the World, and
Yeah,
look at what showed up. One man reading a book in Australia, and this is India now, you know. So he
yeah.
got Vanita to come here and everything, and it's been non-stop since. So what can one book create, and just one copy of one book create?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that is
and
so
you
true.
very rarely, you don't see people pull books out as much anymore either. Like, I'll be riding on a plane and I'll pull a book out, and people are like, "What's that?" It's a great conversation piece. Oh, it's a book,
Yeah.
and it's, so people notice them more now as well.
Yeah, and
That is
I would
so
say
true. Everybody wants to know what you're reading.
Yeah. So,
And Being You is definitely one of those books that I recommend to people or give to people. And it's funny because I have my copy, and if I'm recommending to someone, I might offer to lend it to them. Not give it to them, but lend it to them. And I'll say, look, this book is, I reference this book a lot. I pick it up a lot. I open it up sometimes to just a random page, and it's amazing whatever's on that random page will be a contribution to whatever's going on with me at that moment. So I'll be like, I'm happy to lend this to you, but I need it back. So, this isn't like you get to keep it forever. and I get a sense of like how interested that person really is, because sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I'll read it, then I'll give it back to you. And if not, then that's cool too if they don't want to read it. But I don't give books anymore. I lend them.
I don't even lend them. I just buy them for them because I know I'm not
Yeah,
going to get them back.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Any other
Cool.
questions
Awesome.
you have
Yeah,
for us?
no, I think that's pretty awesome. Considering this is the first time we're actually getting it out there. So what about facilitators or people who don't know access um, clubs or something that they can join maybe online, or just sort of get it out there, saying just in case, even if they don't have a book, like say you want to tell your friends about it, like hey, there's something happening on that book or something. I know there's one on Being You that yeah that Dane and Blossom along
Are you talking about,
up your sleeve.
sorry, you're cutting in and
Book
out.
clubs.
Oh, book clubs? We don't have any technically, but yeah, the one that Blossom and Dane did. And then what we do have are author interviews available on YouTube, like Anne Maxwell, Simone, Shannon O'Hara, and there are a few others that Blossom sat down and interviewed that are really interesting when they talk about their books. So I think that's what you're asking.
The other thing I might recommend is for people who are on Facebook, if you're not already like connected friends with the author on Facebook, I would reach out and friend them on Facebook, because there's not a single one of our authors that every single one of them is open to being a contribution. So if you have a question, if you want to reach out, if you're interested, there are many of our authors who travel around the world and host their specialty classes. So reach out to them, say hello, say you love their book, say you haven't read their book yet, whatever. Like, they're all very open and willing to receive your questions and invitations to come to your town and facilitate if that's something you desire.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's never just about buying a book. It's just about creation, and more of it. Like, what could
Yeah.
really?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the. When you buy an Access book, you buy a whole class and you buy the end. It's amazing, and what a contribution that is. And And this is pretty much why I want to have the hangout. I was just like, it's great. I can always order book, but I would really like so many more people to have the tools to know exactly who to talk to. If they want to be authors, if they want to open up books, they want to keep books in there. This thing, and it's just such an invitation.
Yeah. And really, if there's any question at all that we didn't answer today, because who knows what questions people might have, sales at Access Consciousness Publishing, and we'll be happy to answer whatever. No questions too odd. We'll take them all.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Cool. Is there anything else you guys want to add? I have pretty much run out of questions. I think we covered a lot.
I think we. Yep.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
Short and sweet.
Thank you both. Sorry for not participating in the beginning. I couldn't hear anything. I had 4 of them open and it was just echoing, and so I apologize.
Oh, is that what it was?
That's what I was doing.
Multiple browsers, and that's what we hear.
Because I had to get so many plugins, and I was like, oh my God, Christine, you're cute, but not bright. Oh, sorry,
Some of us are just not technical wizards.
I know. So sorry.
Well, Talika, I want to thank you for organizing this.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. And I wonder what this creates. I wonder.
Yes, seriously.
Possible.
Yeah, we're definitely growing. So thank you all for your contribution and purchases.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.